Hi guys, welcome to Yoga with Heidi. We're going to do some classes together if you'd like. So I would just like to invite you to join me, or if you want to just watch along and then maybe join in the next time, it's all good. Some props you might enjoy using would be like something simple like a pillow, which you can sit on, and that helps your back stay nice and straight for our sitting poses, or you can put it under your knees when we're doing things like tabletops or cat-cows, if you have some sensitivity there. Also, when you're doing standing poses, you might want to use a couple of blocks. I just have one handy right now. And that way, if you don't want to reach all the way to your mat, you can use the block for a little bit of stability and still get a great stretch. Okay, so without further ado, let's start in a sitting position and take some inhales together, okay? So here we go. You might want to set your intention for class today. Maybe you'd like to share some patience, calm your mind, energize your body, be more giving, just all sorts of things that might come into your thought process that will be good for you and therefore good for everyone in your world. Anyway, you can also just relax and enjoy and don't worry about an intention. It might come to you, it might not. It's not that important as long as you're enjoying. Do keep aware of the breathing because it really helps you move through the poses, and the oxygenation that happens there is so healthful. So I will be doing as many cues as I can for that. And if I forget, please keep going with the breathing. Nice full inhales. Sometimes I'll cue you to hold your breath because it calms the parasympathetic system. And then nice full exhales. Okay, so let's go ahead and start in tabletop position today and do some cat-cows. So I'm going to come over to hands and knees, your basic tabletop position. Notice my shoulders are over my wrists, and my body is nice and pulled up, and my back is nice and flat, and my legs are hip-width distance apart. Okay, so I'm turning to face you so you can hear me give some cues, but obviously you're going to want to have your head in alignment, looking down at your mat, maybe just a little bit forward, but you want your neck and your back nice and straight. Okay, try not to lock your elbows. I have a tendency to do that, and I have hyperextended elbows, so I want to remember to let my elbows be just a slight bit bent, but I do want to pull up out of my shoulders so I'm not sinking in like that. Okay, so in this position, you're going to take a nice big inhale and look up to the sky. This is called the cow position. And then you're going to round from the center of your body, and you're going to blow out the air like an angry cat. Here we go. Once again, pull up out of your shoulders. Shoulders are over the wrists. So let's do that again. Take a nice inhale. Looking up to the sky, tummy's in. Hold the breath just for a minute, and then blow it out as you round like an angry cat. Great job. Now we're going to push over, show you where my feet are, into our first downward facing dog. Okay, so it's basically an L shape with your body. Here we go. Take an inhale. I'm going to step back a little so you see me in the screen. There we go. And now exhale to stretch. If your legs are not completely straight or your heels are not completely down, don't worry about it. You can pedal your legs just a little bit, or come up to the metatarsal and stretch out the feet. It all feels so good. Okay, from this position, we're going to bring the legs back just a little bit more and come into our first plank position. So, stepping back just a bit, coming forward, basically a push-up, right? Your shoulders are over your wrists once again, pulling up out of your body, not sinking in, and your body's like a big plank. So tummies are in, and you don't want to sag, and you don't want to stick your butt up. Okay, so here we're going to lower down, holding our elbows into our body, and try to come down in one piece. Now, when you can't hold that any longer, go ahead and lower the knees, chest, chin, and then brush it up, and arch the back, elbows in to a cobra position. If your hips come up, that's an upward dog, and that's okay too. From here, curl the toes under, exhale back to downward facing dog. Good job. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, from here, I'm going to bring the leg that's closest to my mirrors forward first, and that way you'll be able to see me in the screen. We're going to come into a low lunge position. So on an inhale, we bring that foot forward between the hands, come into a 90-degree angle, knee over ankle. Let's inhale up, like we're doing our cow position again, and then round over, blow it over. You can do cat-cows in so many different positions. Okay, so going forward, we're going to lower that front knee, and then inhale to lift it up. Exhale to lower, inhale to lift. Now let's push back and straighten that front leg and pull the toes backwards. This is a runner's lunge, but you can do it with your knee down as well. So let's take an inhale, pull back. That's a nice hamstring stretch. And then let's come forward again. Inhale. Let's curl the toes under and purposely come back up to high lunge. From here, put your weight on the hand closest to the back wall and lift up with the front arm, opening the chest. Beautiful. That feels really good too. Now, some people like to just keep their arm up here, maybe circle the wrist in either direction, get some of the kinks out of that. Or you can take a bind by bringing the elbow up and the hand reaching towards the front thigh in the back. Wherever it's comfortable is fine, really. But open the chest, look up to the ceiling if you can. It gives a nice upper body stretch, opens the heart. Keep breathing. Okay, ooh, 2 more breaths. Let's lift that arm up and place it back down, facing front. Let's bring that front leg back again to our plank position. And let's take another chaturanga. So we're coming back over to plank, shoulders over wrist, tummy's tight. We're going to come forward in one plank position, lowering as much as we can. And when we need to, control with the knees down, chest, chin, and brush up. Elbows in tight. Inhale. Come up to another cobra or upward facing dog. Elbows in. And exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Ooh, that feels great. Okay, we're going to come into our warrior series now. So we're going to start. I'm not showing opposite sides right now, but we do want to do everything on both sides. So this is just a mini class, just to give you an idea. When we do a full length class, I'll make sure to do both sides. So we're going to inhale that foot that's closest to my window wall. Ready for let's come into the low lunge first. Ready? So inhale, leg between the both hands, low lunge, knee down. And then raise it, knee down. Now this time let's take an inhale up and do a low crescent. So inhale up. And we're reaching up and back like a little sliver of the crescent moon. Exhale back down. Now curl the toes under because we're going to come all the way back up this time to the high version of the crescent lunge. So put a little bit of weight over that front leg, but don't lay down on it. Stay pulling up out of your shoulders. Get ready. Ready for the big inhale? Here we go. Oh, yes. Try to keep your knee over your ankle. And then we're going to turn the back foot to face the short edge of our mat. And let's come to warrior 2. Exhale down. Okay, so knee still over ankle. Inhale for reverse warrior. Keep that knee bent, reaching up long and back of you and up, up, up. And then exhale over, side angle, elbow to knee, reaching long with the other arm overhead. Now don't let your head fall down, try to stay in alignment. Have some space between your shoulder and your ear. Oh, that feels really good too. Okay, let's inhale back to our reverse warrior. So reach out long first. And then looking up into your palm and exhale. Now this time, let's take an inhale up again. Exhale, side angle. One more time. You can bring that right arm down to triangle pose. And this is where the block may come in handy. If you don't feel like you can reach all the way down, you can reach to your block. Great job, guys. Okay, now let's just take another couple breaths here. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale. And on the exhale, let's face to the floor, turning the foot back where both toes are facing to the side. And let's come forward into our forward facing fold. You ready? So push up on an inhale and round over on an exhale. Great job. Oh, that feels good. Now notice my knees are a little bit bent here. You can, and also, once again, time for a block if you need it. 2 blocks if you have it. But I'm pretty stretchy here, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the mat. Let my head hang heavy. And I'm going to breathe and fill up the whole rib cage. Lower abs, middle abs, upper abs on my inhale. And then hold a breath just a couple times for the parasympathetic nerve to relax, and then exhale. Go a little lower. Okay guys, we're just going to do one more thing today before we close out. So we're going to roll up 1 vertebra at a time. So we inhale, tummy's in tight, scoop them out, shoulders and head are the last thing up. Oh, roll the shoulders back. And then I'm going to face front so I can see you. Let's take a nice big inhale. And then reach over with a flat back. Hold that breath. I'll show you that from the side. Nice flat back, like someone's gently pulling your arms and your head's in alignment. I'm looking at you, but your head should be facing the mat so your neck can be long. Hold, hold, hold. And let's exhale and round forward. I'm going to grab just your elbows and sway a little bit. Maybe make a little figure 8. Let the head hang heavy. And we're going to walk our hands forward and then gently come back into a seated position. Now you can do your crisscross applesauce like the kids do, or you can take one leg over into a half lotus position. Maybe try one leg first. Maybe give a little stretch forward. And also, in this position, it's a nice way to take an upper body twist. So, lifting up with the upper body and facing the back wall, up and over your back shoulder. And then coming forward, you can try the other way. And then let's switch legs. Either way, if you had crisscross applesauce, you can still switch your legs. Okay, first let's take an inhale. And let's reach along with that flat back like we did before. Holding the breath for just a minute. And then round over, blow it out. Rounding up. Let's put one hand in front of the knee and take a lift before you twist, looking over that back shoulder. And breathing gently and normally. And then pulling up to come forward. Let's round over one more time. Let your head hang heavy. Feel that stretch in the SI joints and in the glutes and the lower back, but not in a rough way, in a very gentle way. Feels so good. Okay, rounding up on an inhale. And then let's reach across one more time and look over the other shoulder gently. A couple of more breaths. Lifting up in the back and lifting up in the belly, lifting up in the chest, opening the heart. And then coming forward. One more inhale up. This time, let's just exhale the arms down, reaching up. And then that's it, guys. Hands can come to heart center. I wish you a wonderful day and a beautiful sleep. And please let me know if you'd like to do a little bit more. You can request some specifics, and I hope to see you back here real soon. For now, I'll just say, the light in me sees and honors the light in you.